Hey everybody, it's Brad with the Big Family Homestead. Today, it's really wet. The snow is melting, it's getting super slick, but I still gotta get out and do some stuff with the goat pens. And, well, just gotta get done. Oh, crud. Like I said, the work's still gotta get done, but I think I may need to go to the doctor first. Yeah, so took a little tussle and pretty sore, but fortunately doctor said nothing's broken, no cracks or anything. And well, work's still gotta get done. So
No. You're gonna go sit down, and I'm gonna take care of the goat pen.
Oh heck no! Silence, devil woman. Go. All right. Again, I'll take a break. Ow. All right. Okay. Just a little bit of a fun joke.
He is not hurt. He is totally fine. Well, physically fine.
All depends.
Mentally, not sure about that one.
All depends on how you define fine. Yeah, but we really do have to get some work done on the goat pen.
Yes, we have, we've got Petunia and Sweet Pea and their Sweet Pea's babies. Luna, no, not Luna. Luna's the other one.
It doesn't really matter to
Lucy
them.
and Ethel.
It doesn't matter
Sorry.
to them.
We have two baby goats that we need to move out of this stall at night so that we can milk Sweet Pea in the morning. Cut it out.
So they need another stall.
Right, which we have. We just need to get them some water and a hay feeder in there and stop.
It's sign language.
That is not sign language.
I'm learning.
Anyway.
I'm learning.
So we need to get them water. We need to make sure that it's safe in there for them and they won't get hurt. So
Keeping away the goat ninjas. That's the most important thing.
all right, so first things first, we're gonna go ahead and get a hay feeder put onto the stall walls. We gotta bring in a water bucket and we have to bring in their grain buckets.
And reroute electrical.
Reroute electrical, yes.
Yeah, for the heater for the
For the cow water so that the animals don't chew on the wire.
That would be exciting to watch, though.
We've actually had it happen before.
Yeesh.
Yeah, no fun.
Okay, we're trying to get this hay feeder put on here, but the holes are too big to screw into, and our washers are too big because they just fall right through.
That's not gonna work.
Plan B. Okay, well, we found some old bolts, rusty bolts. They're kind of too long, so we're gonna just let them have a little bit of play here. And I guess the goal will be we can do the bottoms tighter, and that way we can just shove more hay down in here because more hay is better than less hay. If you're hungry and you eat hay.
He can do carpentry. Look at that.
This is not carpentry. Carpenters all around the world are cheering that I'm telling the truth right now. And Christa's over here taking our temporary roof off of this pen. When it got cold, really cold the other night, we kind of made like a little manger thing for him. 3 sides. The goats were happy. But we don't need it on here anymore, and it's kind of going to be a hazard if we leave this pointy thing out, so it's going away.
They're sniffing. Stop that.
All right, so now that we've got our hay sorted, everybody wants to come along for the ride. We've got our feeder buckets over here, luxurious 1 and 2 stall feeder buckets. We got our hay feeder, and I gotta say, it is installed with a degree of construction knowledge and craftsmanship that you can't even believe. Ha ha ha. And we got a traffic jam out there. The water heater. That's like a conduit there so that they don't decide they want to eat the wires. And we got goat.
Enjoy your new goat palace.
Goat palace. Yay. Okay, thought/question-ish, question-ish, yeah, that's right, of the day. Now, here's the thing. Before I ask this question, I gotta confess some things. In terms of my and my family's spiritual walk, we've kind of been all over the map in terms of denominations. You know, I grew up as a Lutheran, got saved as a Baptist, went to the Messianic Church, been all over the place, United Methodist, because in my band, we played a lot of different, places, and we were a part of a lot of different events, and we really needed to learn what those beliefs were so that we didn't mess somebody up or go into a place and say something that they just didn't approve of. And we came to the conclusion that as long as the basics of our faith were not weirded out in any way, then we could go ahead and agree that there are things that we don't agree with you on over here or over there, but as long as the basics, the foundations were there, we are fine. Now, folks who are not believers, if you've not already clicked away, this will include you too. So don't think that this is just a Jesus talk, even though I love talking about Jesus because he's the best, period, end of story, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. But that's for me. I can't force that on you, and I would not want to force that on you because that's not how God works. Now, to the question-ish thingamabobby thought of the day. It's been bugging me. Do you think we're in the end times? Do you think that it might be coming soon? Do you think it's begun? Do you think it's not going to happen at all? The reason why I ask this is that just lately, this whole week, I've been running into different people who all have different opinions on the end of times. And everybody seems so strongly opinionated about how it's going to happen, what's going to happen, exactly how it's going to go down. And it's a funny thing to me because almost every person that I meet has a very differing opinion on how the mechanics of it will work. Well, now, hit the pause button for a second there. What if the end times is not going to happen for millennia? Could be. Maybe we're just going through a real rough patch. Maybe it's right on our doorstep. What if the end times is inevitable and it's on its way and there's nothing you can do about it except pray, thank God, accept him in, right? What if it's going to be like you got to go through years and years and years of horrible, horrible stuff happening in the world before the end actually gets here? And I guess the reason why I'm even bringing this up into your mind, hopefully, is just the idea that, first of all, okay, pause. Folks who are not believers, we don't cram stuff down your throats. We're not grabbing Bibles and trying to beat you down with them. We're not like that. I don't believe God is like that. He will draw you in if he feels like he wants to draw you in. And my heart is just, honestly, that you would check it out. But it's not something to beat over your head. So when you hear us talking like this, don't feel like we're thumping our Bibles or going, you're so bad. Look, the reality is I am broken and fallen and failed just as much as the other guy. That's just how it is. We all sin. We all screw up. And I got no stones to throw because I live in a big old glass house. Me. So don't hear that I'm trying to belittle or berate, because that is not the case at all. The case is just that I'm sharing from my heart what we truly believe. And hopefully God will do something with that. But you know what? If you choose to say, it's not For me, well, I can't really do anything about that, except I just want you to know we still care about you. We still love you. So, all that said, the reason why I'm bringing this up is I keep running into people who, they all feel the same way that I do. Now, here's the thing. I don't know how to define exactly how I feel about what's going on in our country and in the world today, except to say this. In my gut, I feel there's something big on the horizon. Now, if that's the end times, I don't know. Governments change, governments fall, peoples are warring, peoples do horrible things to each other. That might not mean the end. It might just mean we're going through a really crappy time and it's coming again. But for me, I just feel it in my gut that there's something big coming. I can't put my finger on it, but it seems like everybody I talk to goes, you know what? Yeah, stuff just isn't right. I mean, yes, historically we can look back and we can see all these kingdoms that have come and gone, and this one did this one or that one, but it just feels like something's wrong. And ultimately, I'm not bringing this up to do anything except, hey, do you feel that way? I mean, because the people I talk to do, but then again, you surround yourself with like-minded people, right? I mean, you don't hang out with people that are completely wacko different than you. You hang around with people that fit into your circle. And so, number one, I want to know what you think about that. Do you think that something big is on the horizon? Do you think it's the beginning of the end times? Or do you just think it's another thing that's happening? And then the second question, which might even be as big as the first, is, are we supposed to do something about it? And yeah, you can't fight the hand of God, of course. No, that's silly. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that if there's some big thing coming, what should we do? Should we be a little more prepared-minded? Think about what would happen? I mean, right now, it's 16 degrees outside where we live right now. And you see all this wood behind me? I can't use it. It drives me nuts, but we're in a lease purchase, rent to own situation here. And the owners have decided that they're not going to repair the chimney, which has had many chimney fires in. And there's a lot more to that, and I'm not going to try and, I don't want to sound negative to them. It is what it is, but the reality is I cannot use the fireplace. I've got 8 cords of firewood here. And you know what? If all of a sudden the electric went off, we're hosed. I got a small heater, a propane heater, but that would last 4 days. You know, we'd have to stay in certain parts of the house. Just thinking about stuff like that. If there was a natural disaster, do you guys have enough food to last a week, 2 weeks, a month? Water. You know I'm not normally, I'm happy, jovial Brad. I'm the guy that's making my wife go crazy because I'm cracking jokes and having fun. And maybe it's just me wanting to vent a little bit about what I feel is kind of coming, because in my opinion, it's like this. If you know something bad's coming, you kind of want to get people that are like you in the same mindset and ready for whatever could be coming, right? And so in my mind, if I could get more people into the boat, we're all going to have a better chance of standing whatever wave is coming. And so I hope it's not scary or discouraging, because that's not my intent. My intent is going, all right, if you feel like this is something that's real, are you working it? Are you working, you know, obviously we don't know what the problems are or could be, but are you doing basic stuff? And so for me, it's not a discouragement. You know, they say that people that prep, you know, we're homesteaders who do prep, but they say that preppers, they just are based out of fear. And no, I don't think so, because the more prepared I am, the more safe I feel that I can provide for my family, that I can take care of my family. And the most important thing out of all this, though, is your relationship with God. Atheists agnostics, I'm sorry, but it's a reality. And you know what? I'm not sorry at all. It is a reality. And, but I want you to hear it's not coming from a heart that's just going, you're bad, you're this, you're... No. Once again, I got no stones to throw. I only have faith and trust in Christ. Without that, then it is all doom and gloom. Without that. But so share your comments down below. I'm curious to see if you think that just maybe my circle of friends are off our rockers. Maybe we're all like-minded and we just all think this way because we've been too much into blah, blah, blah. I don't know. Figure it out. Dungeons and Dragons. I don't know. We don't do that. Well, the kids do. It's fun. But what do you think? Comments down below.
These are scissors, and this is a chicken.
What in the heck do you plan on doing?
I am going to clip their wings. It is springtime, and as we get ready to let them out, I don't want them flying over the fence.
This poor chicken is looking at those things like, I'm not sure I like what you have in mind. So clip away, baby, clip away.
Now, to accomplish this job, you really need two people. One for the scissors, and one to hold the bird and the wing. So what Hope's gonna do is she's gonna go ahead and spread out the wing very gently. And you see these first 10 feathers here, those are the flight feathers. So we're just gonna go ahead and just chop them. It doesn't hurt, unless of course you snap your finger, but.
How many of your feathers have you had trimmed because?
No, unless you clip your finger, so. That's why we're gloves.
Gloves.
Yes, necessary. All right, flip the bird around. And spread her wing out, super gentle. They're thick. There.
Hasn't been done in a while.
All done.
And that's gonna keep them from?
Flying over the fence and escaping.
We don't like crazy cluckers flying away.
No, nobody likes to chase chickens. And another thing you can look for after our chickens have been cooped up, we check all of them for mites. And all you do is pull up their feathers, just like this, and you look for any little bugs. And she is good to go. If I can hold her feathers up. I'm not seeing any little bugs whatsoever.
Fly, be free, chicken, or rather,
Well.
walk, be free, chicken. All right, tell me the truth. How do you really, how do you really feel about it? I guess that answers that. Well, it is time for the video to be over. I don't know what to say. Adieu, adieu. Parting is such sweet and sour. So I'm Brad.
And I'm Krista.
And you guys have an amazing day.